You're listening to 89.3 KPCC. This is Air Talk. I'm David Lazarus from the Los Angeles Times, sitting in for Larry Mantle. We're also joined by Yashar Hedayat. He's National Finance Co-Chair of the Clinton campaign. Mr. Hedayat, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so on a day like this, when the story starts getting out in front of the campaign, how do you rein it back in?
Well, your guest just mentioned that some of these reporters are over exuberant to be the ones to be in front of the story, and we quickly released a statement in response to the AP story that Senator Clinton will not be conceding this evening, and neither of them have enough delegates, including pledged and superdelegates, to win the nomination. And that's the best you can do when this stuff comes out. Listen, her campaign had nothing to do with this article or with the fact that, she may make mention of Senator Obama having enough delegates to clinch the nomination. And when it came out, we quickly responded to it, and that's the best we can do.
Ryan, calling from West L.A. Welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks. I just had more of a logistical question for your guest. Given that Hillary's campaign, the reports are that she's $20 million in debt, and given that the only assumable way out of that debt is to broker a deal with Obama should he clinch the nomination, what does that mean if Hillary decides to keep this campaign running to the convention?
Are you asking whether she keeps running up a tab, whether that's going to just become more expensive to the Obama campaign?
Exactly. Given that she's essentially running a deficit in her campaign, what does that mean to all the vendors, volunteers, paid organizers that are going to be employed should this campaign keep running?
All right, Ryan, thank you very much for your call. Mr. Hedayat.
Well, first of all, we were raising money at a pretty good clip, considering that many of the pundits have said that this nomination, that he got the nomination months ago. We're raising a lot of money online. We have a lot of committed supporters, especially women. They're giving and giving and giving over and over again. All the staff that we have are paid on a biweekly basis. We don't carry any debt in terms of staff. Yes, there are some consultants that they get paid at the end of the month. That's a standard sort of operating procedure in campaigns. The debt is not that Senator Clinton has is not hurting the campaign, and she will continue working and continue raising money as long as she stays in this race, and she'll have the resources she needs. Listen, she's able to put up ads in South Dakota and Montana, in Oregon, in Indiana, and North Carolina. Now, we were outspent by Senator Obama, and as I've said before on this show, I tip my hat to his fundraising team. They've done a remarkable job of organizing his donors, but we have plenty of money. You cannot take on debt in terms of ad time. Stations want to get paid. As you well know, David, they don't wait around.
Very quickly, how much money has Hillary Clinton loaned the campaign herself?
She's loaned $11.6 million, and that's reflected in the FEC reports.
And that's money she's going to be wanting back.
I'm not going to comment on her on whether she wants money back or not, but I also want to make a comment on the caller.
Okay, I don't think we can do that quite yet. We are listening to Air Talk on 89.3 KPCC. I'm David Lazarus, in for Larry Mantle.
For an extended primary, you're looking at taking out a lot of staff that you no longer need once the actual primary calendar is over. The core staff, most of the staff will be remaining on. I think there was an article in Politico that said the advanced staff would be let go this week, and certainly for some of them that's true because we don't have any primary dates. Today are the last two primaries, but the campaign is not winding down. No one has won this nomination, and she's going to remain steadfast and keep working.
Well, when she gets up, and that's consistently been Hillary Clinton's message throughout, that she's still standing, she's surviving. She's, in fact, laid repeated claim to the popular vote, although perhaps you could explain to me how that works out?
Well, she does have the popular vote. The decision by the Rules and Bylaws Committee last Saturday to count Michigan and Florida in some form, although we were disappointed with our decision in Michigan, legitimizes her claim that she has the popular vote lead. If you refer to any number of sites that keep track of these numbers, they reflect, that she does in fact have the lead. It's fairly simple. Before the decision last Saturday, many people were saying, well, you can't really add Michigan and Florida into these totals because they don't count. Well, the Rules and Bylaws Committee made a very clear pronouncement that they do count. We were disappointed with how they handled Michigan, but they do count.
Okay, but just one quick question. How is it that they do count when so many people might not have voted? And also, Obama prevailed in many caucuses that don't seem to affect the popular vote at all.
Well, caucuses are run by parties, and they're not a formalized process in terms of counting the number of people that voted. In terms of primary contests, people go into a voting booth, they're registered to vote, they click the ballot, and, we know who they are and where they're coming from. Caucuses are an important part of the process when it comes to the pledged delegate count. But in terms of a popular vote, they're very hard to determine, and they're not particularly accurate in terms of popular vote numbers.
All right, we're speaking with Yashar Hedayat. He's National Finance Co-Chair of the Hillary Rodham Clinton campaign, and we are talking about what many people are perceiving as the end game right now. Clinton will be giving a speech tonight where she'll be addressing aspects of the campaign, but by all accounts will not be conceding, will not be stepping back in any way. And we have South Dakota and Montana holding their primaries today. Your thoughts are welcome. 866-893-5722.